Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in the lab, coming up with all kind of concepts, doing what I do for you. No book this time. I got a concept I want to run by you. I've been dealing with a few people and I got some issues, so I'm going to deal with this thing. PSA for all you wrong thinkers. Anytime you start out a conversation with if, it never ends well. So just a little quick heads up. Let's go. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my life for story. There's a message in my story for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it. It's to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. In the words of Malcolm, by any means necessary. But right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through? Yeah, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and two, might be true. Right thinkers. PSA. Words of wrong thinkers. Always if and I thought. Those are past tense of something that didn't go well. And if your life is based on the ifs and I thoughts, you making a lot of mistakes. You ain't really learning life lessons, so let me try to help you out with that. All right. Many people who go for the pleasures of the flesh, and after that, meaning if you're married and you decide you want to go outside the marriage for pleasures of the flesh, whatever purpose, excuse you, once you do that, guess what? You just messed up. Now you got that if, or I thought, no. Every time it's going to be wrong. And if in life, some actions, once done, all of them, can't be wished or hoped away that it didn't happen. Yeah, it did. Well, no, it did. And that's why a lot of people, a lot of men die from stress. Why? Hoping and wishing what they did don't come back and bite them in the butt. But the idea of not doing it don't come to mind. That drives me crazy. If you do something wrong, you got to pay for that. It haven't changed. It's been that way always. We think it's going to be different for us. Well, ignorant me did. Ignorant him, I just thought so. Why? You continue to do it. That makes no sense to me. And again, let me explain this to you. If you know right from wrong, and you do what's wrong, and you expect that to be what, right? That's really? That makes sense to you. That's called lying to yourself. Why? Because the obvious if is wrong before you did it, and because you think you got away with it, whatever you did, that's like stealing. Nobody sees it, I'll tell you that. What about your integrity? You don't care about that. Some people have no wherewithal about what? Integrity. That's you doing the right thing when ain't nobody watching. Hold yourself accountable. And all you wrong thinkers, that's the last thing you think about. But the first thing that comes to your mind, what? After you do it. Right thinking philosophy teaches you that if you know it's wrong, don't do it. Why? Because you have to pay for that. If you do what's right, you'll be rewarded. It's common sense. It ain't rocket science. If you do what's right, you'll be rewarded for what? Put the right action in and you get the right result out. If you do what you want, you do what you thought, you do what you could or would or might, whatever, and it's wrong, it don't make a difference. You will have to pay in the discussion. Dr. Clark, no exceptions. You ain't no different. Principles and facts don't care about the people. I don't care about your feelings. Could care not. Why? Facts and truth pay itself out. It didn't make a difference how you feel about it, what you think about it, or believe. Moving on. When you realize your wrongdoing after you did the wrong act, those are Monday morning quarterbacks, and they haven't won a game yet. Realizing wrong after you do it don't help you at all. Trust me. Okay, don't worry. But I thought, no. But no. When it starts out with if and I thought, don't even concern yourself with it. Why? It wasn't right. Moving on. That's why. Wrong thinkers will always know what they did wrong, what after they did it. That's wrong thinking. Right thinking is know before you do something wrong. Don't do that. Why? Because it's wrong and you do the right thing. That's holding yourself accountable. That ain't hard to do. But for some people it is, obviously, because wrong is just, man, give me wrong every time, what? Until it's time to pay. Everybody want to play the game, but nobody want to play or pay the consequences. Oh, the consequences, okay? I used to be, if I woulda, coulda, shoulda, do. Everything I did back then was, damn, I wish I had done that different. Damn, I could have done that different. I should have done. That was my life. See where we going with this? And I can look back and now, it freaks me out. You don't see none of that. You don't have a clue. You oblivious to all of that. And you the one doing it. That's scary because I see a lot of it now and I'm like, I remember. I see it. And back then, I hate it. Now, I hate being that dude. I don't want to be that one. I wish I could have. No, that's the last thing I want to do. So I make sure I plan, strategize, and think before I act. That's all. When you stop reacting, there you go, right there. When I figured out reaction, that's instinctive. Animals react, okay? Humans should not react. They should respond. That means you thought about it, and now you're going to deal with it accordingly. When we act to situations, that's the ego, that's the emotion, that's what we need to get better control of. I had to learn that lesson, still working on it, okay? Some things you do to me instinctively, so you can take me out the hood. You can't take the hood out of me. No. If you think I'm not going to be who I am, you crazy as hell. I can tell you that right now. Don't even think that. Why? I am who I am. And when you stop reacting instantly, but to respond, thinking first before you act, you will have less apologies. You will have less bad action. You will have less troubles and problems that you caused on yourself. I can't guarantee you ain't going to have adverse situations. But the less you do to cause and compound it, the better off you'll be dealing with them. Okay? And wrong thinkers, the ignorant ones, they will make excuses for every wrong act if it's in their benefit. Remember, when you want something for nothing, that's stealing. You trying to gain again, that's larceny. When you don't want to put the work in to earn and get it, then you are going to have to suffer the consequences of that action. You may get what you want at that particular time, but how you got it puts you in a bad predicament with yours truly. And if all you want to do is do things that's beneficial at that time and point in time, whoa, that's all self. That's all self. You don't put nothing in for, I want mine now. What about feet? No, I want mine now. Ego. In life, it's always two ways to do anything. Wrong thinkers will do the wrong thing. Right thinkers will do the right thing. Choices that they make for themselves. And you got to be responsible for the choices that you make. That's all you got to do. All that after you do it. Well, no. Before the action. I don't want to be at the back door getting people from prison to be right thinkers. Sorry, y'all. But I'm going to be at the front door to keep you from going in. That's why. No offense, no problem. But I, personally, used to live my ignorant young lifestyle in that if I could have, would have, should have moved daily, yearly. It didn't stop. Think about, man, damn, yeah, I look back. But I wasn't paying attention to none of that. Why? I'm doing my thing. And back in the day, everything I did pretty much was wrong. Yeah, and I paid for it. Yeah, okay. So, all that money you made, none of that was to my benefit. None of it. Good life experience, though. Okay, that I take that. But everything else, nothing carried over from that nonsense. Okay, I understand that. People tell me, but you didn't spare me. Ignorance, don't make plans. If you do what's wrong, and I did that for a long time, and you know it was wrong, and while you're doing it, you're gonna be what? I coulda, shoulda, woulda. That's what's gonna happen. Trust me. Trust me. Doing wrong only leads to regret. When you say I shoulda, I wish I coulda, wish I had it, or whatever, that's regret. When you say I'm glad I did, that's doing the right thing. Yeah, excuse me. When you live in a lifestyle of wrong and bad negative activities, you're gonna always after the end say I wish I coulda, woulda, shoulda. Trust me. Dumb shit. I don't mean, but I gotta make dumb shit is doing what you know is wrong. That's dumb. And then expecting what? And then wonder why good things don't happen. And I'm learning that now, but back then I was oblivious to that whole concept wasn't even on my mind. Big change. But again, with that if is a fifth, we'd all get drunk. If my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle. Again, if anything is not good, why? Because it could always be something else. And if you've done something that wasn't right, you can wish you would. You had done something different. Stop living in the if or I shoulda or I thought world. Why? Those are all past tense of doing something wrong. Simple. Okay? Ain't that time, well, if this, and it's a good thing. Always bad. Alright? If I was born rich, okay, I wouldn't have had to hustle and struggle through the neighborhood and projects I grew up with. So, means nothing, okay? Ifs don't mean shit. Understand that. If shit, put them together and see what you got. Same thing. Moving on. How many times in life, how many times you have to be burnt by doing something you know is wrong to find out that it's wrong? I went to prison once. Certain thing I did once. Why? I learned that lesson real fast. I'm not dumb by no stretch. I learned my lessons. Okay, this has to be learned in life. Oh, I learned them first go around. I ain't doing that again. I came out of prison 40-some years ago. Told myself, man, I ain't doing this shit. Don't worry about that. And I'll keep putting it behind me. Why? I ain't doing none of that. That's gonna get me there. I ain't doing that. That's why. Simple. When you decide to make the change, you do it. I can't make nobody change but myself. Can't nobody else make nobody change what? But themselves. Start with moi and you'll be fine. Because anybody, you got nothing to do with them. But that's between them and God. You got no nickel in their dime. You got your own nickel and dime you should be working with. Okay, get yours. And again, in life, and this ain't my philosophy. If you cheat, if you do something that ain't right, if you have a hit, don't give a damn. You will pay for that. You will have to pay for your transgressions against others, even though the person you did it to might not get it. But karma got you. That's what God built in the little people. That's for those kind of people. Why? You think you smarter than everybody else. You think you slicker than everybody else. Okay, well, we got somebody. He's smarter than you. How about that? And if you lie, okay, you will what? Pay the price. And you will get caught. That's a fact of life. When something is not true, it can't sustain. Simple as that. And once you start down that road, Cause and effect. Reap what you sow, whatever you want to do. But when you do something wrong, the effect is what? Wrong. Equal oppositely wrong. It's going to be done to you. That person you got slick over, got over on, don't worry, it's going to be somebody going to do the same thing to you. See how it feels. That's what it's all about. We're here to experience life in every aspect that you can before you can pass this thing called self-mastery or knowing thyself and going back where you come from. Simple concept. But ignorant, wrong thinkers, oh, you destined to reincarnate. That's in your cost. Why? You ain't going to learn nothing. That's why. This lifestyle, when you're done, you're done. Have fun. Get it all in. Why? Because you're going to be done. Simple as that. Moving on. Wrong actions should not be a way of life. Why? It leads to reincarnation, not to good things. It's just the wrong thing, and it ain't a smart thing to do. Why? If you want to have knowledge, you want to be good, lying, cheating, and stealing ain't the way to go. Simple as that. It's an option. It's not a good one. And those who take it, find out what? After. If I didn't do this, I wouldn't be here. Yeah, okay, we know that. If I didn't sell drugs, I wouldn't be in prison. Moving on. But at Judgment Day, the self-knowledge, the self-mastery that you put in to earn that level in this physical life, that's when it will pay off in spades for you. And that's when you should need it. And that's when you want to have it, okay, because you're going to need it. And if you ain't got it, you done. So get it and have it. Because at Judgment Day, you don't want to be the one saying, well, I should have done this. Well, yeah, I could have done that. Oh, but I thought I thought just believing in Jesus. See, all that past tense of wrong don't get you past go. Bye-bye. And again, it ain't me emotion feeling. And no, I'm just giving you a fact. Simple as that. I ain't got to make it nice. I ain't got to know. I'm going to give it to you straight fact. When you don't have it, you will suffer. When you do bad things, you will suffer. You do good things, you benefit. It's just that simple. I ain't here to preach to you about nothing except give you facts of life. Again, lessons. Righteousness, again, and virtue, integrity, self-respect. Those are qualities that will keep what? The if I coulda, woulda, shoulda, I thoughts away at what? Judgment Day. My heart lies a feather. Why? I got no regrets. I got no ill will. I got a whole bunch of stuff that I done got away with and dealt with. So my heart is light. I ain't carrying no baggage. Are you? Check your luggage. All right. Last one. Again, appreciate you tuning in. This is just another learning, another lesson trying to get you to understand. I ain't trying to rag on nobody, but you're trying to bring it to your attention. This is all for educational purpose. PSA. Okay, public service announcement. I'm trying to help you out here. Sorry. Right thinking philosophy, again, is the cure for what? For the ifs, I coulda, woulda, shoulda, and the I thoughts. When you practice right thinking today, it keeps those if I coulda, woulda, shouldas away and our thoughts. Okay, why? I do what's right. And if you do what's right, that's how you, I should have done, I couldn't, nope, just do what's right. Okay, when you do what you want or how you feel, that when what? Regret. Just do what's right and you will benefit. Trust me. When? All the time. Not, you can't pick and choose when to do the right thing. I've been told right thinking philosophy works when I use it. I agree. But I use it all the time. So I know firsthand it works all the time. Not just when I use, well, I'm using it all the time and it works. What they tell you? Just saying. But it's my way of life. I practice it. I live it. So I teach it from a perspective of just what I do. You can make and choose what you want. That's all. And I see some of y'all don't like this. Don't care. That ain't what I do it for. All right. Being honest with yourself. A lot of us got a problem with that. If you can't look in the mirror and see you, moving on. That's what they say. The vampires don't have an image in the mirror. They don't mean they don't see it. They just don't see the real them. See, it's all symbolic. All this stuff that we learn from, there's all saying a message, but it's esoteric for those who can understand the message. Other than that, it's just some childhood memory game, mind game, hopscotch, all this stuff, Humpty Dumpty. All those is all signs and symbols symbolically. Okay. But when you learn to be honest with yourself, how? By learning the truth and living by them for yourself. Now, no if I coulda, woulda, shouldas. Ain't no I thoughts. Why? Because you know. That's why the difference. I don't wish, I don't would have done anything different. Why? To be where I am right now, anything that I could change or have to get me from here ain't happening. I won't do it. Why? I might not be here. I'm comfortable here. If you're in a position in life where you ain't happy, you ain't content, you ain't pleased, you might wish you had made a different turn here, went left at Albuquerque. Okay, but you didn't. You're here. That's your choice. Deal with it. Again, you got there by your choice. Get out of there by your choice. Everything I got myself into, pretty much, I got out of. So I don't think I could have done anything between or better than I did. I'm good with everything I've done up to this point in my life. If the genie said, listen, you can change one thing that'll change your life, no deal. Why? I like my life I got now. No. I made the decision. And when somebody make a decision, let them live with it. Don't try to coerce them or advise them to do something else. They should make the decision that they can live with. I do that all the time. So again, I can make mine for myself. Wrapping it up, again, appreciate you tuning in. Let me get this out the way. Bottom line is I should have done just what I did. In doing that, there's no regrets, no I thoughts, no I wish I could have, should have, none of that nonsense. I'm content, I'm happy. So when I go to see mine, he can say, good work, my good and faithful servant. Why? I did the things I needed to do. Do you? That's the right thing. And that's how you avoid the if I could have, would have, should have. I don't live by them no more. And in closing, the right thing is, may you all live to be 100, me 100 miles a day. So I know that my if I could have, would have, should have fans and friends have passed away. Stop the if I could have, would have, should have. Start knowing. Check your boy out. I got you.